welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a full week of my workouts. I had posted a poll maybe a few weeks ago and I asked you guys, would you be open to me uploading a week in my workouts video on my channel? I do want to start uploading fitness content onto this channel. I figured, you know, first of all, I would ask if you guys are interested, and then I would post it if you guys are, and then see where it goes from there. I did get this idea from Libby Christensen, who I do follow on Instagram. I absolutely love her content, and she's so quirky and cute, and I just love her physique and her workouts, and she's just and overall, like, I feel like an awesome fitness creator. If you guys are wondering like who I like to follow in regards to fitness, I like following Libby Christensen, Annalise Cruz, Jenna DeLeon, Liana, I forgot her surname. I haven't really ventured out on too many other fitness content creators, but anyways, today's video is going to be a little longer. I do go to the gym 5 days a week. I recorded 5 days worth of workouts, and I wanted to really capture my form and how fast I'm going. So there are clips where I'm showing you guys exactly how I'm doing it. I will be providing a voiceover to like kind of walk you guys through what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, so on and so forth. But I really enjoy doing this. I would really want to upgrade my camera after editing my video. I would really love to update my camera body and my lens, if I'm being honest, just so that I can have better quality video. But yeah, you guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this, please be sure to like this video. That lets me know that. It also helps to push my video into the algorithm. And if you have any other suggestions, whether it's about fitness, beauty, hair, whatever, please always let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to create that content for you. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on my next one. So until then, peace, 2 fingers. Alright, you guys, so on the first day, I'm going to hit my glutes and hamstrings. Typically on the first day of the week, I always go with the lower body first. So before I do any workout, I always do stretching. I typically like to do like dynamic stretching. And dynamic stretching is basically like movements that, you know, prepare your muscles and your joints and your ligaments for performance. And since I'm weightlifting, that is considered a high duty performance. So, you know, I'll do my deep squat, I'll stretch out my hip flexors, my hamstrings, anything that requires me to be in a constant movement. Sometimes it also gets my heart rate going as well. And I'll do static stretching at the end, and that's basically, you know, you sitting in one position for what, like 30 to 45 seconds up to a minute, and you're stretching sitting still. I do that for about 15 to 25 minutes. It really depends. And I always go with the back squats first. Before I even do the back squats, I make sure to get my patella strap on.
Okay. Count on my body, damn, the things just start to pop. Judge me how you judge me, take them bitches out the trap.
So what I'm doing now is I'm just doing like some warm-up stretches. You know, I think it's always important to make sure you have your form down first before you go in with like any weights. And it's totally okay for you to go in with light weights. So I first started off with 35 pounds on each side, and I do 3 sets of 10, 8, 6. So I'll do the first set is 10 reps. I'll do 10 squats. And then the next one, I'm going to do 8 squats. And then the next set, it'll be 6 squats. So that's what I mean by 3 by 10, 8, 6. And I increase my weight each time. So the first time I did 35 on each side. This one I'm doing 45 on each side. Next, I'm going to add 25 pounds. And that was a challenge because if you guys don't know, I haven't really been able to do any lower body exercises. Like, I have been going to the gym and doing lower body exercises, but more so like conditioning and not primarily weightlifting, because I was just really trying to focus on gaining strength around my knee, my quads, my calf muscles, just really trying to get all my surrounding muscles around my knee back up and running and strong before I go back into weightlifting. So I lost so much strength, I feel, because I used to squat 150 easily, and now I can't. So next I'm going to go in with my good mornings. That's basically a hamstring workout. So the first one is a compound exercise, which is basically an exercise where you're using a lot more than just one muscle. So if you do a squat, you're targeting your quads, your glutes, your calves. That's a compound where you're using more than one muscle group. And then isolation is when you're like focusing on one muscle. So the good mornings is a hamstring workout, but you do feel it in your glutes. My God, I felt it on my back because I had a bruise on my neck the next day. So I hear it's not beneficial to have a pad on the barbell, but if it's going to bruise you, use a freaking pad. So I do, I normally would do 12 of these, but I only did 8 because it was just so painful. And I've never done it on the Smith machine, but this is my first time trying it. I don't think I'll do that ever again. So next I'm going to go in with my hip thrust. There are different variations. There's hip thrust, there's glute bridges, there's calf thrust or whatever. I don't know all of them. You know what I mean? Like I'm still fairly new in regards to like terminology and knowing what works for me and things like that. It's a journey. You're always going to find yourself learning something about yourself. But I do hip thrust. This is definitely a booty burner. Definitely a booty burner. So I do 10 of these. I believe I did 3 sets of 10. If I'm wrong, it's in the caption or it's on the little subtitle. And it's also in the description box below. And then next up, we did another hamstring workout, which is standing hamstring curls. And I did 3 sets of 10. So I did 10 of each leg. I tried to go up in weight and it was just very challenging. Next up, I don't know anyone who likes Bulgarian split squats. If you do, I say you're insane. I hate Bulgarian split squats. So for you to target your glutes, you want to make sure your knee does not extend past your toes. If your knee extends past your toes, like go way, like if your knee goes over your toes, that's going to target more so your quads. Okay, up next we have RDLs and we are focusing on the glutes. So basically you want to make sure your feet are shoulder width apart and you're not bending down, you're hinging your hips back. And when you feel the stretch in your butt and you're starting to bend more down, if you feel like you're hinging down more and you start to feel it in your back, that's how you know you've gone too far. So you want to hinge back far enough to where you feel a stretch in your glutes, and then when you pull up, you want to squeeze your glutes and like push through. Like it's kind of like you're squeezing your ass cheeks and you're flying up. I don't know how to explain it, but you want to go down slow and then push up, but by squeezing your glutes and have a slight bend in your knees. So that's that. Now I'm doing static stretching where I'm just staying in one position. I'm stretching for like 30 seconds to 45 seconds in each position. And that just kind of like helps to stretch your muscles out, relax your muscles. You can go on a foam roller, you can go in an ice bath. I'm not about that life. Just always make sure you are taking care of your body because you just put your body through so much. So the last thing you need to do is to kind of put your body under any extra stress. So even an Epsom salt bath is just as great. All right, you guys, so next up we have back and biceps. So I always go lower body, upper body, lower body, upper body. And I do break my workouts down to where I'm focusing on certain muscles. So this day I just want to work my back and my biceps. And I always do 6 to 7 workouts, really around 6. So now I'm going to be working out my shoulders, not working out, but like warming up my shoulder joints and stretching out my biceps, my triceps, my forearms. And that's what I'm doing with this resistance band. So first I'm going to go in with the bent over rows, and this is a back exercise, and I'm going to do 3 sets of 12. I can do 3 sets of 15 on this one, like easy, but I just really wanted to try to get through my work because I was already in a bad mood. So I'm like, let me just get through this and go home. So next up, I'm doing alternating hammer curls, and I find that I get the best burn when I bring my dumbbell to my chest. You want to make sure when you are doing this, you want to keep your elbows as close to your side as possible and you're not swinging. You want to make sure you're engaging, get that mind to muscle connection with your biceps so you can make sure you're using that bicep when you're doing those curls. Next, I'm doing a seated row, and these are very easy. I normally can do like 100 pounds. I think I did 60 today because I just wasn't I just didn't have much energy today or that day. And I find that this exercise, it targeted my mid back as well as my traps as well. Next, I'm going to go into my concentration curls. This reminds me of like prison curls. Like I used to always see this in prison movies, like the actors doing this exercise. And you see my bicep, like I'm really trying to focus on that mind to muscle connection. I unfortunately did not complete my workout this day, and you will see as I explain in the next clip. Okay, so I left the gym. I got 30 minutes in, 143 calories burned. I just didn't do the last 2 exercises. I will list every exercise that I do in the description box for per day. Check the description box if you want a full list of the workouts that I did. Even though I didn't do the last 2, I'm still gonna list them. But I just wanted to check in just so you guys can see, like I don't always kill every workout. I don't always have a good day, and today I didn't have a bad day, but sometimes I just have some days where I just don't want to. And I do have some things that I have going on in my personal life. It's not extreme. I've been dealing with some things that just haven't served me. Just, you know, life stuff, regular things, you know. It's just sometimes it really messes with my energy. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, you guys. There's always better days ahead, so I'll check back in with you on our next workout. So I took a rest day and then I came back to work on my quadriceps. I love working my quads. I do a little bit of both dynamic and static stretching. It's not like you can't do both. You can. The more the better. So the first thing I'm going to do is a killer superset. I would recommend you think twice before you do this, but I love the burn, so I'll go for it. So I'm doing an elevated goblet squat. So basically I have all my weight on my toes and I'm pushing through my toes, and you'll see, if you look closely, you can see my quads pulsating out. And I'll just do 10 of these, and I'm not like bouncing. So when I go down, I'm not bouncing off. You want to make sure you keep your quads engaged the entire time. So I do 10 with weight and I do 10 with just body weight. And let me tell you, this is going to burn the hell out of your quads, but it's such a good workout. Like I don't know why, but I love it. Like I know it's a killer, but I really love the burn. So yeah, I do 10 with the weight. Do whatever weight is comfortable for you, or if you want to do 20 with just your body weight, that's fine as well. Next, I'm going to go and do my hack squat. So with the hack squat machine, you want to keep your feet shoulder width apart and keep them straight forward. And if you make sure that your knee drives over your toes, you're going to target your quads. I do struggle on the hack squat machine because I am still recovering from whatever I had going on in my knee. So I can't go as hard as I would want to, or go as deep down as I would want to, but it don't matter. As long as I can still feel that burn and I can still use that muscle to mind connection, I'm all gravy. So I do 3 sets of 10 of each. Next, we're going in with the Bulgarian split squats. And in this one, you can see that my knee is driving over my toes because I want to target my quads. I'm going to keep my chest up and I'm going to be a little more straight. If you want to target your glutes, you want to lean forward a little bit more. But if you want to target your quads, make sure your knee goes over your toes and you have a more straight position from the waist up. Now, I struggled right here. I struggled so hard. Before my injury, I was able to do isolated. That's why I zoomed in so you can see my shake. But I used to be able to do 100 pounds on each leg. And I can't do that anymore. I had 25 on each side, which is only 50. And I could not. I was struggling. So it's okay. Drop the weight. Don't overexert yourself if your body won't allow that. So I dropped it down to 20 pounds, which is 40. And I still struggled. I'm pretty sure I went through this whole set with 20, but I'm like, this is too much. I couldn't do it. It was just way too much. So I had to drop the weight, and I dropped it down to 15 pounds, and that was comfortable for me. I was so frustrated because I'm like, I went from being able to do 100 pounds on each leg down to 30, but that's okay. I'm going to bounce back. So yeah, just do an isolated leg press, and this is targeting the quad. So you're making sure your knee comes a little closer to you and your knee is driving over the your toe. You see the shake? That's what you want to feel when you're done working out. So yeah, like I said, if you want to target your quads, your knee goes up over your toes, and if you want to be 90-degree angle, that's going to target your glutes. I asked a guy who was close by, I'm like, hey, do you know how to get this leg part, above my ankle? He's like, no, you just got to manually get it up there. So I'm like, okay. So now I'm doing another isolated exercise, and this is the leg extension. This is targeting your quads. There's not much more to explain, but I will say, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, but every single exercise that I do, every single one, engage your core. That's why I tap my belly. Basically, make it seem like someone's about to punch you in the stomach, you're preparing yourself for it. That's what it means to engage your core. I do not work out my abs. I feel like if I did, that they would be more defined, but they're not. But engaging your core will also help to prevent back pain too. So the last workout for the day is the walking lunges. You just get some dumbbells, or you can use your body weight. It's really up to you. And I do 10 steps and then forward and 10 steps back, making sure that my knee goes above or past my toes. You are not going to bounce off with your back leg. That is only for stability. You want to make sure you're using that front leg that you're stepping out with to step down. And you want to make sure you're pushing through the balls of your feet and your toes to target your quads. Pretty simple exercise, but my quads were on fire. Yeah, I thought that was one of those balls where you can throw it against the wall, to do a cardio workout or something, get your heart rate going. No, it just fell right to the floor. I was going to show you guys my quads, and you're not going to believe what I received once I walked out the gym. I can't believe it. Had such a great workout. Yeah, I was not happy. Next, we're going to do back, triceps, and shoulders. So again, I'm going to go in with the resistance band to go ahead and get them shoulder joints, up and oiled and ready and moving. Get the heart rate going a little bit. Do a little bit of static stretching. Stretch out those triceps, those lats.
I'm trying pre-workout again. Oh my god.
I tried pre-workout on the first day of this video, so I forgot to mention it, but it was pretty cool. So I'm going to do some assisted pull-ups. I would recommend, if you are not good at pull-ups, to try this method. It will definitely help. And I'm showing you guys the placement of my hands will target different muscles in the back. That last one right there, that's going to target the biceps. But this one here, it's great for your back, for my lats and for my scapular area. This position right there, that one's the most challenging for me so far. And then this one is more like my mid back and my lats as well. Like either variation is great because it's going to target my back muscles. But yes, baby, go. If you want to slim, if you want that, you know, that curvy body, do some back workouts. I'm telling you. I call this my underhand tricep pull down. There's different names for everything. It doesn't matter. So I'm basically making sure that I keep my elbows next to my body. I want to make sure that my arms are not swinging everywhere. You want to keep your elbows as close as you can to your body and keep it like in the same position. Next up, I'm going to do my shoulder press. I started off with 35s, but I normally do shoulder press as a first or second exercise because it does take a lot of energy, just like my pull-ups. But I didn't, so I had to drop it down to 30, which is fine. And I'm keeping my elbows a little closer in. I'm not having my arms too flared out. I have them a little closer in. I make sure that the dumbbells come close to my shoulder, then I press back up. Like the dumbbells don't need to click each other or clink or none of that. Just push through. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do my lat pull downs, and I'm doing 3 sets of 10 of the lat pull downs. And depending where you place your arms on the bar will determine like which muscles you're targeting. And this is a lat pull down, so it's targeting your lats, which are the muscles right on the sides. And then next, I'm going to hit up another tricep workout, and this I call the overhead tricep pull. I don't know, but make sure to keep your elbows make sure to keep your elbows in one position. You don't want your arms flaring too much. And this is my superset. I believe this is the last exercise of the day, but it's basically a military press. I'm doing 3 sets of 10, and then I'm going to do some lateral raises, but I'm going to push it forward and as if I'm like pushing the dumbbell to a corner of a room. And then you're not swinging it. You want to make sure you're having that muscle to mind connection with your shoulders. So this exercise is hitting my delts and my traps, and then that one is also hitting my delts as well. Now, if you haven't noticed, I haven't done much cardio because I hate cardio. The only cardio machine that I can really tolerate is the elliptical. I don't like the treadmill. I don't like the Stairmaster. I don't like the bicycle. I can barely tolerate anything besides the elliptical. So I at least spend 20 minutes on the elliptical, and I go like at a level 5 or a level 6, so it's a little more of a challenge. And then, you know, get that heart rate going. And this is the end of my workout for the day. And the last workout of the day are back and shoulders. I hit my back and shoulders multiple times throughout the week because I just love working out my back and my shoulders. I don't really go too crazy in my biceps because I really have big biceps, but I want to show you also that I do have workout plans. So depending on whatever muscles I want to target that day, I already have plans set out, and I try to be consistent and stick to the same thing. I don't like to sway and move around. So first, I'm going to go in with rear delt flies. This is going to target the rear delts, which is where my flower tattoo is, around that area. This also targets your mid back as well. Next, I'm going to do the Arnold press, and that is a shoulder workout where you're just twisting the dumbbells as you're going up, and then I'm supersetting by doing a front lateral raise with a single dumbbell. That is going to burn your shoulders, but it feels so good. So I do 3 sets of 10 of the Arnold press and 3 sets of 10 of the lateral raise. Next, I don't know what these are called, but I call these an incline bent over row. I don't know, but this is targeting your back. So don't skip your back workout, guys. I promise you, you won't regret it. Next, I'm doing the leaning cable lateral pull. I don't know, but this works out the delts, the shoulder delts. There's 3 muscles on your delts, the front, the side, and the back. This is going to target the front and the side for sure. I call this the cable pull down. This is going to target your lat muscles, and then I superset that with a bent over row. It's a good burner, but again, I love supersets for sure. shoulder exercise next is going to be the upright row, and I kind of keep my hands a little closer together. This is going to target my traps, which is where my shoulder, my sports bra straps are like clinging onto. I was gonna try to be a ballerina and realized, yeah, do not plie up in here. It's not the place. Lastly, I did cardio, and I'm going to end the video here. I did not do an outro, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys found it helpful. This is my first time trying this. I'll get a little better if you guys wanted more of it. If you enjoyed it, please give me a big thumbs up. I hope you guys have a great week. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. So until then, peace, 2 fingers.
Wondering what's on your mind. If you like the simple type, I ain't stupid, dumb or blind. I'm sleepy, a bit of a last. Heard you met her in the club, trying to tell me you were drunk. I can still smell perfume. Nigga, I don't fuck with you.